Right then, boys, back in the truck. Been a while. However, today we're changing one of our drive shafts. So I've got a split CV boot, but I think I've left it too long. So I think CV joint's knackered. So we're just changing the entire thing. This is a bit of a different setup to a lot of other L200s and maybe the Pajeros that you might see of this generation. So just up here, you can see our one end of the drive shaft. It should just be, as you can see, the 4 bolts. There's these ones here. There's 4 of them going round, and then in the other end it should just be a Circlip, and I'm hoping to just slide it straight out. Say I'm hoping, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is our wheel assembly. All I've done is just taken this cap off, and it's just this little press-on cap that goes over the Circlip. So as soon as that's taken off, then we've got the end of our drive shaft, which is nice and easy. So I'm just going to push it through, take this Circlip and retaining ring off, or the spacer, and this should just push straight out, which is why I don't really want to take the wheel off at the moment. So you're just going to carry on. Can't really see. Hang on, there we are. So just going to carry on taking these bolts out. Alright boys, I caved. Had to take the wheel off. However, looking down here, all of our bolts are disconnected. I've taken our little Circlip off, so now this should just shake itself out. Alright, so tack the wheel back on, just because I'm going to have to get weight back on. So then this can come all the way out, because these bolts are not going. So yeah, hopefully with a little bit of weight on, I'm hoping to slide it out this little hole here. We're just going to drop it back off the ramp. Why is this not going? I've literally got it off the hub. The drive shaft out now, and explain what I've done. So, disconnected our shock absorber at the lower end, pushed it all the way out. Now I just had to wangle the ramp up and down to make the subframe move up and down, so we could try and get it out of our wheel bearing. However, those 4 bolts won't come out. It was a pain in the ass to try and spin that actually, so I'm not sure what's quite going on in there. But we're out. Now we're just going to need to manhandle the new one in. We've got our new one in the box. Oh yeah, very nice, very shiny, very new. So old one on the floor where it belongs, piece of trash. So yeah, let's try and wangle this one back in. Sweet. So now I just need to lift up the truck, rotate the wheel, bring it back down, mate. And we're laughing. That was a lot easier than I thought. Let's get that shock back on. Show you what I've done. So, drive shaft is now back in. I literally just need to lift up and rotate the wheel because it's all combined in the splines. Get these bolts lined up, push them through, get the nuts back on, take the grease off the boot. I'm going to chuck the bolt back in our shock that was moved nicely out of the way. That's all I had to do, just take the shock out and slide it out. Very, very easy job, thank goodness. And then on this side, need to bang a Circlip on here. So yeah, let's get it done. All right. That is the cutter back on all 4 wheels. We've got our shock absorber reattached. We've got our 4 bolts. What torque spec I hear you ask? Flipping tight, so because I don't want them coming undone. Well, in that end. And I've also refitted our Circlip on the end of the drive shaft. That's all that's left to do. Wheels torqued up. Give it a good old smacking on. There we are. It's nice and on. And then, look, retaining. Goes over. Alright, now I got through that stinker. This ring's actually meant to go underneath the wheel, conveniently. So circlips on, cap's back on, 4 bolts are done at the other side. Now last thing to do, refit as such. Ta-da! Thanks for watching this video. If you've got any questions, I know it's a bit vague, just drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And drop a like and subscribe. Cheers!